Yeah, Malaysian pair. Well, Govi Shem is a former champion here. Endo and Hawakawa, as you can see, came through an absolute thriller in their second round encounter. Number 5 seeds, Kim Ki-jung and Kim Sao-rang, safely through against Angriawan and Saputra. So here come the number 1 seeds, the world number 1s, Lee Yong-dae and Young Sung. Beaten finalists last year.
Opponents, Govi Shem, Kiong, Malaysia.
Govi Shem, who won the title here in 2014 with Lim Kim Hwa, with his new partner now, Kiong. They're number 1 on the Super Series standings because they have played 2 tournaments, 2 semi-finals in the 2 Super Series events this year. And that moved them up 2 places today to number 1 on the Super Series standing. So Christian Johannesson of Denmark are on par for this one. Yeah, Lee Yong-dae hadn't told the umpire who was going to serve first. 27 years of age, Lee Yong-dae, former Olympic champion, of course, in Beijing in the mixed doubles with Lee Ho-jung. In fact, 2-time Olympic medalist is Lee Yong-dae, and he's been world number 1 in the men's doubles with 3 different partners. Jung Jae-sung, Go Seong-hyun, and this man, his current partner, Young Sung. 29 years of age, and he, of course, with his partner, had a sensational end to last year because they were the first men's doubles pair to win 6 Super Series titles in a calendar year. 4 consecutive in a calendar year, 4, which is a record for the 12 ordinary Super Series, excluding the Super Series finals. Now they came through against Lee Sheng-mu and Sai Chia-sin of Chinese Taipei. 32 minutes. That one, pretty comfortable. So there's Govi Shem, 26 years of age, born in Kuala Lumpur. And he, it says, has been a size 7. I'm not convinced by that. In this partnership, they are at their career high of 13. Govi Shem reached number 11 in the world ranking with Lim Kim Hwa. Kiong certainly reached world number 7, playing with Hoon Tien Hao, but they didn't reach number 7 within this partnership. So as far as the Malaysians are concerned, they also had opposition from Chinese Taipei, Cheng Hongling and Wang Chia-lin. And like their opponents, it was pretty comfortable. Just 23 minutes for that. Well, this will be the 5th meeting between the 2 pairs. Previous 4, Lee Yong-dae and Young Sung have won 3 of them. The last time was in the quarter-final of the Sudirman Cup last year in Dongguan. So Christian Johannesson and Chris Yip, our court officials for this one. Well, it's interesting, that last meeting in the quarter-final of the Sudirman Cup, because these 2 pairs actually met in the group stage of the Sudirman Cup, and it was Govi Shem and Kiong that won on that occasion,
Ladies and gentlemen,
having saved 5 match points.
and on my left, Kiong, Malaysia. Tan Wee Yong to serve. To Lee Yong Day. Double. Play.
So the Malaysians have been on an exceptionally good run. The beginning of 2016, of course, they've already won a tournament this year, the Syed Modi Grand Prix Gold in Lucknow, and the 2 semi-finals from the 2 Super Series so far this year. Suddenly, I mean, we've talked last year, didn't we, Steen, about their potential as a pair, and they really have blossomed. It's started to come to fruition now this year.
Yeah, they have. They've been playing a lot because there's also been some misses amongst them. Lost to the 4th Danish men's doubles and Swiss Grand Prix golds and so on. But who cares as long as they do well in the big Super Series and Premier Series events.
Yeah, good point. You've actually touched on a really interesting thing, because I think that actually sums up this Malaysian pair. They can either be brilliant, as they were in winning the Commonwealth Games gold medal in Glasgow in 2014, or, as you say, I mean, losing to the 4th Danish men's doubles pair, Christiansen and Bugor.
That's not a good result.
It's not a good result.
For the best Malaysian men's doubles pair.
Yeah. No, all credit to the young Danes, but no, they are inconsistent, I suppose, is what I'm trying to explain.
I mean, you could see it as they are a fairly new pairing. We know that one of the longest pairing is Mathias Bo and Carsten Mogensen. They played for 12 years now. So they played, what, 1 year and a half or something like that. And that means that when they get to play on their conditions, they are really, really good. But they haven't yet had the time to develop their B game or their C game against different kind of opponents. And I think that takes some time in order to be consistent and able to play against all combinations under all conditions.
Yeah, they really sort of, we all took notice of them at the Thomas Cup finals 2 years ago, didn't we, in Delhi, when they were selected for 5 of the 6 matches, played in 4. They didn't need to play in the 5th match they were selected for because the team had already won by then, but they remained undefeated throughout the campaign. And it was soon after that that they became a regular partnership.
Yeah.
But you see, we watched them in the All England semi-final when they lost out to Endo and Hawakawa, who then were beaten in the final of the All England. And you and I just didn't understand their tactics. They seemed so defensive.
Yeah. And they were playing someone who were just relentless in their attack and also really good in their own defense. So it wasn't enough to smash 1 or 2 times during a rally. And it's a very interesting combination, because I think Go Shem, he's got a lot of potential, and he's got great skills. He makes things seem so easy, but he plays his style, and sometimes, I mean, he needs to play a style that helps his partner as well.
Yeah.
Thinking back to what we discussed against or regarding Fuchs and Michels, that they are playing together.
Yes.
As a team. And as a team, when you play as a team, that means you're not necessarily always playing on your own strength, but you're helping your partner or partners, if there's more in the team, you're helping them as good as possible and sort of getting them to perform well. And that's what I think that Go has had as a problem with his former partners, that I mean, he's played more or less his own game, and if his partners then were able to follow him, then that was fine, and when they suddenly weren't, then they just lost.
Yeah.
So in many ways you could say that, I mean, whether Go will succeed here, that depends on Tan Wee Kiong. if Kiong can play well, there's a good chance that Go will have success.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play well, I mean, Go can say, yeah, I'm still a good player. But it doesn't really matter because he won't have success.
No.
He'll still be on the plane home together with Kiong.
I can remember my first ever badminton coach saying to me that doubles was about making your partner look good. So everything you do, you should be doing to set up your partner and play them into a good position. And if you're both doing that, then you both look good. And that sort of emphasises the point that you're trying to make. In the mixed doubles, the Germans do work for each other. And this is two individuals that sometimes want to express themselves, especially Go, in his own way that doesn't necessarily suit his partner.
And the perfect example of that is on the other side of the court. As you mentioned, Lee Young-dae has been #1 with 3 different partners, and he makes his partners good.
Yeah.
Another great men's doubles player, Tony Gunawan, won 3 major titles with 3 different partners, and we also know the Japanese head coach Park Joo-bong in his playing days. He was such a magnificent player of getting the best out of his partners.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw any of the semi-final last week with Go and Tan against Gideon Marcus Finaldi and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamojo, but it was a little intense, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw just the conclusion of the game with some discussion regarding flick serves and so on.
Yeah. Tan Kiong left the court without shaking hands with his opponents, and I noticed from the newspapers here this week, he's promised to keep his cool a little bit more.
Yeah.
They allowed themselves to get wound up because there's no doubt the Indonesians can showboat a little, and it's a little annoying if you're on the opposite side of the net, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, it's on the court, it's the umpire and the service judge who sort of sets the limits. And if the opponent can make use of that, then that's because they're better than you, because they have that in the toolbox as well. So you got to have the same thing they have in the toolbox, and sort of play to the limitations set by the court officials.
Yeah. I think also you've just got to rise above it. And, you know, that's easier said than done, I know. I was known to be a little bit fiery on occasions. This is an incredible comeback, isn't it? Six straight points. 3-10 down. It's just 1 point in it. But it is the world #1s who have the advantage at the mid-game interval.
And it's also interesting that they haven't played since the Sudirman Cup in Dongguan. So they won 1 match each. So we don't really know where we're standing.
Yeah. Kang Kyun-jin, the Korean coach, Jeremy Gang. And I can't see the other coach there. Oh, is that Tang Chie-chung?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Play.
There's a challenge.
Tan Kiong challenges. Call out.
Here we go. Yeah, it was out.
Yeah, that was a wasted challenge.
Challenge unsuccessful. 12-9. Challenge goal. One challenge remaining. Play.
Service fault called, struck above the waist.
I think that's a good call.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, was about to move a little bit too quickly. Yeon.
Well, we said he's been world #1 in the men's doubles with 3 different partners. He's actually been world #1 with 4 different partners because he was world #1 in the mixed doubles as well.
With Lee Hoo-jung?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been in 4 finals here with 4 different partners. 3 men's doubles with 3 different partners and the mixed doubles. He's a fairly incredible player, isn't he?
The strange thing about Lee Yong-dae is that, I mean, although he won that Olympic gold with Lee Hoo-jung in the mixed, it hasn't rubbed off on his performance on big occasions. He still seems to get quite tensed on the big occasion in men's doubles, whereas he can win 6 Super Series tournament in 1 year, but when it comes to Thomas Cup, when it comes to World Championship finals or the Olympics, it seems like he's a little shaky. And I was thinking that both Go and Tanner are targeting him at some occasion, and I don't think it's a good idea, unless it's on these big occasions where he sometimes perhaps feels that he's carrying Korea on his shoulders, and it's a tough task.
That's a good point. Yeah, he's got 3 World Championship silver medals.
Yeah, I played in one of the best finals I've ever seen in men's doubles against Fu Haifeng and Cha Yun in Hyderabad, yeah. 30-28, no, 28-26 or something like that. Don't tell me it's 29-27.
28-26, you're right.
28-26.
Having had 2 match points. Yeah, it's well worked. That's the sort of rally the Malaysians need, and that's the sort of rally that you were talking about earlier. And they're working for each other, setting each other up. Oh, goodness me. And that's the personality, isn't it? You know, he tries a trick shot between the legs.
Yeah.
Oh, and another one. Dear, oh dear. I should think the Malaysian Director of Performance, Morten Frost, is going greyer by the second. Oh, that's very mean of me, isn't it?
Yeah, but he actually commented in the Star, the Malaysian newspaper, that he felt they played too defensively in the All England semi-final.
Yeah, I read that too.
And I totally agree with him.
Yeah.
I don't think you can win titles at the moment playing defensively. You can lose titles by having no defense, but it's hard to win from below the tape.
Yeah. No, they're facing game points here. There's 7 of them for Lee Yong-dae and Young-sung. No, that's drifted wide. 21-13 for last year's beaten finalists, world #1s Lee Yong-dae and Young-sung. And having made the big efforts to get back within touching distance, then just seem to go off the boil a little, and you can't afford it against this pair. 16 minutes for that opening game.
Second game. Play.
So what can the Malaysians, Shem and Kiong, do here in the second game against the world #1s? Oh, there's a between the legs shot. Got away with it this time. Oh my goodness, what a rally. Yeah, it's excellent.
1-love.
How did you always feel, Steen, when you saw a player do a trick shot between the legs? Did it frustrate you?
It depends on the situation. If it was the only possibility, I was delighted. But
Yeah.
if you could have managed with better skills, better discipline, then it would be a little bit frustrating, because it's for too many players, it's the 1 out of 5 shots, and the thing is that because it's so spectacular, you focus on the one time where you succeed instead of the other 4 times where you don't.
Yeah. I always feel that I agree with you, because I always sort of feel that it's got to be a desperation shot, and it rarely gets advantage.
Yeah.
2-1.
On court 2, men's doubles,
Well, I suppose if he wasn't that sort of extrovert character that wanted to hit winners all over the place, then he wouldn't be the player he is you know.
No, exactly. It's about finding the fine line where the individual skills work exactly well and the most for the pair.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a pair that works really well for each other, but don't have enough individual skills, they will never succeed. So you have to find the lines where they're crossing each other, where you can use your individual skills to the benefit of the pair. And they could really, I mean, they could really use a win here, Go and Tan, because they're still in some kind of competition with Ko, King Kit, and Tan Bong Yong, the #2 Malaysian pair for the Olympic spot. And yeah, that's fine. They were in the semi-final in the All England, but I must admit I can't really remember all their opponents, but I don't think they beat someone where you really had the wow. I mean,
No.
they did what they should. They beat Ko and Tan at the All England. So a victory against a pair that's expected to be in the medal race, that would really help them, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, if we only take the Olympic qualification period, they're like 5,000 points ahead of Ko and Tan, and of course that's a nice lead, but it's not an totally unassailable gap for the very experienced Ko and Tan, who did beat Asan and Sechuan at the All England.
Service over. 5-4.
Oh, he's missed it. Crikey, seemed to climb a ladder there to hit that one down. He does have the most phenomenal smash. Look, and that only missed by a whisker. Pushed it long. You can't afford to give away easy points like that. Good rally. He's pushed it long as soon as they start lifting. And especially from that far side, you know.
Yeah.
Got to be keeping it flat over the net.
And they're still also much better in the position where Tan is at the net and Go is at the front. And I think the overall strength of the men's doubles right now is very much decided by the ability to function in the opposite roles of the preferred roles. How well do Lee Yong-dae play from the back court, and how well does Yoo Young-sung play from the front court? That's really, really
Interesting.
important.
Yeah. It's an incredible lift. And good defence too. How did he lift that off the net cord? That's extraordinary. Yeah, got it deep. 6 straight points from 4 all. It's a great serve. Yeah, to the mid-game interval with a 7-point advantage, having won 7 straight points. And I'm sure Kang Kyun-jin will be pretty happy about that, their coach. There he is. Just to elaborate a little bit more, Steen, on what you were saying there about, you know, obviously both these pairs have a favoured formation.
Yeah.
And you were saying that it depends on how the player plays out of their favoured formation.
Yeah.
Is it because you simply, all opponents now are simply too good and you just cannot stay in?
It is.
Yeah.
You can't stay in the defence.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, you can't stay in your preferred positions because they will be too good at shuffling you around the opponent. The defense is so good that it's impossible to keep Yeon on the back court all the time. Generally, you would just serve short services to him and flick to Leon Day. Then you have at least a situation that they have to sort of find an answer to, and the better you can, the longer you can work in the opposite position with high quality, the better the overall pair, I think.
Yeah. It's very, very interesting because I can remember the Indonesian Open a couple of years ago, and this world #1 pair that we've got now, the Koreans, were playing against the now world champions, Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan Kraki O'Reilly. Look at that. That's extraordinary.
Beautiful flat game.
Well, their reactions there were just astonishing. Look at that. That's amazing.
There's no backswing whatsoever.
And
only
the vision.
racket. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, going back to that Indonesian Open, and I had Morten Frost sitting with me at the time, and I said it's going to be a battle between Lee Yong-dae and Hendra Setiawan at the front of the court. And he said, no, it's not, Jill. It depends on their partners, which of the partners play best, because they're both so good that it will depend which partner plays the better that day. Yeah. And that's a similar sort of thing of what you've just described.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's why you're both coaches and I'm not. That time the between the leg shot from Tamwi Kiong. Well, I reckon there's been at least 4 attempted or played between the leg shots by the Malaysians. They haven't won 1 rally with it. They continued on a rally with 1.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But they didn't. They didn't win the rally.
No. But there's going to be cheering when they do.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
And it's going to be put on Facebook and Twitter and everything, so people can say, oh, that's a fantastic shot.
Yeah.
And it is. It is. It's just not efficient. And I mean, if someone is efficient, then it's the guys in blue on this court here. This man, Yeon. Almost a total miss there, Go Shem. And I've seen on a couple of the other courts while we were on break, of course. I've seen some misses, really big misses, and I think it's due to the windy conditions here. And I came to think of golf players, because there's a big golf tournament going on. Sometimes the greens are so fast and the playing conditions are so rough that the golfers they play over par, and they get really angry because it sort of humiliates them in front of the television viewers that they make 5 or 6s where they should make 3 or 4s. And I don't know. Of course, there's many good shots, but there's way too many mishits here compared to what we normally see at this level in the Premier Super Series.
Time is running out for the Malaysians.
17-8.
Efficient play again.
Yeah. Well, from 4-all to 18-8.
Service over. 9-18.
Gasp of disappointment from the fans here.
19-9.
Yeah, there's a long way to go for Go and 10.
Yeah.
Service over. 10-19. Service over.
So match points have arrived.
20, match point 10.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, crikey, get up. There we go. Well, he just seemed to stumble, didn't he? And fell back onto his posterior.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's even disappointed with himself. So still match point opportunities for the world number ones.
11-20.
Yeah, this time 21-13, 21-11. And a very good performance by the Koreans. A little over 35 minutes. Final rally. Gentle sailing along of that back line. So confirmation. Match clock rounded up to 36 minutes in total. 21-13, 21-11. So that concludes second round action today from the Celcom Axiata Malaysia Open. It all started with mixed doubles, and great to see Tontowi Ahmad and Eliana Natsia back to great form. Not if you're a German fan, of course. Then we had two men's singles, and started with Victor Axelsen, who was beaten finalist last week in Delhi, coming through in 2 straight games, just 28 minutes for that victory. Then Lee Chong-wei, the 10-time winner of this event, coming through after being behind in the opening game, but once he got going, he really was brilliant. 46 minutes for that one. Then Simon Nawal was in great form, and Bae Young-ju just couldn't handle the windy conditions. 21-10, 21-16. Then we finished with the men's doubles and the world number ones, Lee Yong-dae and Yu Young-sun. 36 minutes for 21-13, 21-11 against the Malaysian pair of Govi Shen and Tan Wee Kiong. So quarterfinals tomorrow, same time as today. That's 5 p.m. local time. So in the meantime, from Steve Pedersen, myself, Jill Clark, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.